my name is Melissa and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Kindle Unlimited book tag. This is absolutely perfect for me because I read a ton of Kindle Unlimited books. It is one of my main sources of books other than, my bookshelves, obviously. I love reading on my Kindle. It's great because I can read at night and not bother anyone with my reading lights and all that good stuff. But I was tagged by Bree from In Love and Words. I absolutely love her channel. She reads a lot of romance and fantasy books and just has very similar tastes to me, I feel like. So she tagged me because she obviously knows we are fellow Kindle Unlimited lovers. There are a couple questions, so let's go ahead and get started. The very first question is, why do you love Kindle Unlimited? So basically it's pretty simple. I end up saving a ton of money by using the Kindle Unlimited service. In 2016, I found that I was picking up a lot of titles that were actually under, the Kindle Unlimited umbrella or whatever you want to call it, subscription service. And I was spending a ton of money, spending $3, $4, $5 on each book. And it's $9.99 or something like that a month, so I ended up saving a lot of money. So that's pretty much why I love it. You can find a lot of great indie authors through the subscription service, and I have, which I will talk about later in some other questions. But yeah, basically it saves me a lot of money and it's just really great. For some reason, I feel like I'm reading a whole bunch of books for free, even though I'm paying for this service. But yeah, that's pretty much why I love it, because of that. The second question is, what authors have you discovered because of Kindle Unlimited? I have found a ton of different authors on the subscription service, and some of the ones that stood out to me, I went back and I looked through all of the books that I've ever borrowed through the subscription service, and I have a couple that I want to talk about. The first one is going to be a very recent author that I've been reading since last year, which is Candace Wondrak. She writes a bunch of reverse harem novels, and if you didn't know, reverse harem is one girl and 3 or more boys or guys, and basically, she's the center of attention. Sometimes there are male-male aspects, just kind of depending. It doesn't necessarily have to be all romantic. You have some reverse harem stories where, they are just surrounding her and friendship and that kind of thing, but it turned into more of a type of taboo romance genre, and that's kind of what it is in, this Kindle Unlimited subscription. Basically, I found Candace Wondrak because of the Cruel Black Heart series. I wanted something dark, and I found that series absolutely perfect. It's a girl who's obsessed with serial killers, and she attracts said serial killers, and it's just dark and bloody and angsty and just so good, and it has 3 books. She also started writing a bunch of other novels as well, and pretty much anything she is writing lately I've been picking up and absolutely loving. So another author that I ended up finding through the Kindle Unlimited service is Jade West. I found her through her Dirty Bad series, Dirty Bad Wrong series, I forgot the name of it, but it is one of those that I absolutely loved when I read. Each book is about a different character, and it's centered around this club, which is a BDSM themed club, and basically, different couples, things like that, and they go there and, experiment in their lifestyle. And she does write other books as well other than that series. You have Bait, you have Call Me Daddy, different things on different types of tropes, role play scenarios, that type of thing. So if you are going to read her books, be aware there are some things that push some boundaries and make some people very uncomfortable, but honestly, I read it for the entertainment factor, and this author really knows how to make you invested in the characters and really care for them even in a short amount of time. So one of the best authors I have ever found would definitely have to be Mariana Zapata. I ended up picking up Wait For It, which is the first novel I ever read by her. She writes very slow burn romances, standalones, but a lot of her books kind of like their worlds coincide, and you have characters making pop-up appearances in other books. I've read the majority of her novels, not all of them. One of the big ones I have not read yet is Culty, which is a sports romance, soccer romance, and I believe it's age gap as well, but don't quote me on that. But this one was my first one, my favorite one, and she really just knows how to build the anticipation between the characters and make you really care and love them and just be so invested in their lives and all of that good stuff. So definitely, if you love slow burn, I'm pretty sure you've probably already heard of this author, but it's definitely well worth it to pick up any of her books in Kindle Unlimited because they're absolutely fabulous. The last author I'm going to talk about in this question is Saffron. So I ended up picking up one of her books, which just wasn't my favorite, but I ended up giving her another chance, and let me tell you, I found a favorite author. She definitely has, you know, like I said, some hit and miss books, but the majority of them that I've read, I have absolutely adored. There were some gems, and The Unrequited and Medicine Man have to be my favorite out of the ones that I have read, and I recently downloaded a couple others, so I'm very excited to finally get to those. So the third question is, what is your favorite Kindle Unlimited series? I've obviously talked about a couple others when I was talking about my favorite authors. You can reference those, as well as one of my absolute favorites, which is the Fallen Men series. I currently only own the third book, but these are all able to be reread as standalones. I am currently about to start the first book called Lessons in Corruption. All of these are age gap motorcycle romances. This author just really knows how to make me fall in love with the world and these characters and really care about these people who have, you know, dark sides to them, but they have a lot of love for their family and, you know, found family as well. This is one of my favorite motorcycle club romance series, and I can't wait to finally read the first one and continue on with After the Fall when I do finally get my hands on it. So the fourth question is, what author have you binged because they were on Kindle Unlimited? And let me tell you, when I was going back and looking through all of the books that I've ever read on Kindle Unlimited, there were quite a few, and I want to talk about the ones that really stood out to me. The first one definitely has to be The Sinners on Tour by Olivia Cunning. This is a rockstar romance series. Each book is based on a different couple, and the first one starts off with, I think, like this guitarist. He has like an age gap romance with an older woman, and I think she is like a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something, some sex psychologist, I'm not sure. Basically, I've read all of the books. I just devoured them whenever I finally got them on Kindle Unlimited and really enjoyed it. So when I went back and looked through all of the books that I read, I figured out that I actually read a Candy Steiner book, which I didn't realize that the Palm South University series was by this author. And let me tell you, this was full of so much drama. It's based in a university campus. It's kind of like Gossip Girl meets Greek is how they kind of describe it. This series has multiple different points of view. It follows a large cast of characters in the Greek system at this university. It is tons of fun, full of drama. At first I was kind of wary if I was going to be interested in a story about Greek life and all of that, but honestly I had a lot of fun and really did enjoy this series and read, I think, the majority of it. The last series that I ended up binge reading that I'm going to talk about was their Vampire Queen series. I absolutely loved this book series. It's quite controversial. A lot of people don't seem to like it, but that's okay. I really did enjoy it. It is a reverse harem vampire story, kind of has like fated mates, and it actually, you know, each book is very short, to the point, but it has a lot more going for it. There's other things going on other than just, you know, hit it then quit it. There are side stories that are going on and an actual plot line to follow. So I really did enjoy this, and let me tell you, it is very bloody, but very good. Question 5 is, what's the last Kindle Unlimited book that you've read? And that's going to be Secrets We Keep by Angel Lawson. I picked this book up and was really surprised by it. I think this is an author that I've read before. It was kind of like okay, but what I'm trying to do is give these authors, which I first didn't really enjoy, another chance. And this one I highly enjoyed. I ended up DNFing the second one. I'm just not sure if I'm going to pick it back up. But let me just tell you, this book was a lot of fun. So this is a contemporary reverse harem story, and it's about a girl who, you know, something happens to her ex-best friend. She goes missing, and it's a very small town, and they're trying to figure out what happened to her. So she kind of takes this not undercover, but she takes this role in trying to find out what happened to her old best friend. And she ends up kind of coming together with 3 other boys who they all used to be best friends until this new girl came into town and kind of like split them up. So you find out that there's more to this story and this town, and honestly I was so intrigued and like sucked into this first book. I do kind of want to go back to the second. I know I said I might not, but now that I'm talking about it and I'm remembering parts of the story, I really did enjoy it. Like I said, there's a huge mystery surrounding, you know, what happened to this young girl, and you kind of have this just, I don't know. I love when the contemporary romances, like the reverse harem contemporary romances, have more to the story than just like, ooh, yeah, this guy's hot, let me do that. So yeah, mystery aspect, really interesting. Yep. So question 6 is, what's the most romantic book you've read in Kindle Unlimited? I do have to say, Mariana Zapata will always be the queen of romance for me on Kindle Unlimited, just for the fact that I love a good slow burn. That is probably the most romantic thing, is, you know, building up those relationships and seeing the characters and really investing in them and finding out that, you know, when they finally get together, you're rooting for them and it's just this magical moment and it's amazing. So yeah. So number 7 is tag a Kindle Unlimited reader to do this post and link back to this post or video. Basically, I'm not going to tag any specific person because honestly, I find anybody can do these tags and they're a lot of fun. If you read Kindle Unlimited books and you have a booktube channel, or if you want to post on Instagram, wherever, go ahead and do this tag. It is a bunch of fun, and yeah, I would love to read your answers and hear your answers and, you know, what you think about the subscription service, because I honestly love it. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my Kindle Unlimited book tag. Thank you to Bree for tagging me, and of course, if you love Kindle Unlimited, go ahead and do this tag. It is so much fun. If you have any thoughts or opinions or have any recommendations for me, I would love to hear about it and chat about it in the comments down below. And I hope you have a great day and happy reading. Bye!